Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, January 24th. Another bitter cold day in the Mid-Atlantic region with winds increasing in intensity as the morning progresses and wind gusts of 30 miles per hour or more this afternoon up and down the I-95 corridor from D.C. to Philly to New York City. That will generate some extremely low wind chill values of near zero, even below zero in some spots of the interior Mid-Atlantic during the afternoon hours. High temperatures barely making it up to 20 degrees around New York City, maybe the low to mid-20s in Philly and D.C. area, along with those strong winds. Last night we talked about a Great Lakes type clipper system dropping south and east. It indeed dropped some light snow, especially around northern Maryland, northern Virginia, and the D.C. region where snow is just now pulling out. And they did get what we talked about, an inch or so in and around the district, even more just to the south of the district. There was even a coating of snow all the way into southeastern Pennsylvania in places like southern Chester County. That moves out. The next system moves in tomorrow afternoon and evening. It looks like an all-snow event from D.C. to New York City. A light to moderate type of snowfall is still expected on the order of 1 to 3 inches or so. We'll, of course, monitor things later on today and see if there's any last-minute changes. But it certainly looks like some accumulating snow in the Mid-Atlantic region tomorrow afternoon and night. Any snow that falls will quickly accumulate given the very cold ground conditions, and roads, certainly untreated roads, can become quite slick in a hurry. Even with just a little bit of snow of an inch or two can have some slick road conditions, especially for the Friday evening commute. Well, I thought we'd start off with the radar loop just to see what's going on now. Here's that little bit of snow associated with that Great Lakes clipper. It's kind of pulling out. D.C. was reporting snow the last hour or two, and again, they had about an inch or so in and around the district, even more just to the south in places like southern Maryland, for example. Some snow showers are starting to form already upstream. Winds will increase off the Great Lakes today out of the northwest and north, and again, wind chill values will be almost dangerously low in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region this afternoon, so really have to bundle up going outside this afternoon. Well, here's the latest surface map. A little weak low pressure area here in the southern part of the Mid-Atlantic. Again, snowfall over D.C., northern Maryland, Virginia, pulling out right now, and the skies should be partly to mostly sunny for the most part up and down the I-95 corridor later on today, but you won't know it because the wind chill values will be near zero with those winds gusting up to 30. The key here is this strong high pressure is now moving in. Quite a tight pressure gradient here on its eastern flank. North and northwest winds will really increase to 30 to 35 miles per hour later on today. That'll create some more Great Lakes snow effect type snows just downstream of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario later on today. So this moves in. A bitter cold night again tonight with single digits in many parts of the Mid-Atlantic region, and then the snow moves in tomorrow afternoon and continues tomorrow night. Well, let's now focus in on the Friday afternoon, Friday evening snow event here in the Mid-Atlantic region. We'll take a look at last night's NAM model run as well as last night's GFS model run. The NAM actually has amped up the precipitation a little bit. GFS has kind of stayed about the same. We'll continue to monitor any changes with today's model runs to see if they're picking up a little bit more moisture perhaps as that energy moves inland now over the western part of the U.S. This is the NAM forecast map for tomorrow morning. Rain snow line way down to the south. Here's some gathering moisture, kind of a wave up over the upper part of the Midwest and a second area down over the Tennessee Valley. Very cold air situated along the East Coast. Tomorrow morning could actually be a little bit of sunshine early, but clouds will thicken up in a hurry tomorrow morning. Let's now jump ahead to tomorrow evening. And here's the NAM forecast map for tomorrow evening. Again, this has amped up a little bit the precipitation. This dark green, notice how a solid area here across much of the Mid-Atlantic, moving quickly this way. This is, again, a little bit more moist than the prior NAM model run, and we'll continue to see what kind of changes there are. Now, this is a fast-moving system. It'll start snowing tomorrow afternoon, continue into the evening, but be out of here by Saturday morning. The fact that it's a fast mover prevents it from being anything major. Again, it looks like a light to moderate type of snowfall on the order of 1 to 3 inches. It'll be a so cold it'll be a light, fluffy type of snow, so not a problem at all to shovel. Well, now let's take a look at the GFS model run. Again, this is from last night's Zero-Z model run. This is the forecast map for tomorrow morning. A similar situation with a wave of low pressure here over the upper part of the Midwest. An area of moisture here and a secondary area of moisture down over the Tennessee Valley. Very cold, excuse me, high pressure sitting along the East Coast. Rain snow line way down into the Carolinas. Again, really no issue in terms of precipitation type here. It'll be all snow, virtually all snow up and down the I-95 corridor. Again, just a light to moderate snowfall. Let's now jump ahead to tomorrow evening. And here's the GFS forecast map for tomorrow evening. A little bit less in the way of moisture. Notice it's not quite as solid of a darker green area as the NAM model run had. In fact, there's kind of a little hole here, a snow hole here, and DC people will say that's been happening for a couple of years now. But of course, they have had an inch or so of snow this morning. Pretty much the only place where there was accumulations up and down the I-95 corridor. Nonetheless, GFS model has a little bit of moisture here, a little bit less in the NAM model, so we'll continue to follow the trends later on today. So stay tuned to the SIweather.com for any updates. Again, a bitter cold day today with increasing winds, gusts up over 30 miles per hour, causing some dangerously cold wind chill values later on this afternoon. And then a light to moderate snowfall event Friday afternoon and evening. Looking ahead, it stays quite cold over the weekend, moderates early next week, and it'll become much milder by Tuesday and Wednesday. But it appears as if that warm-up will be rather short-lived as colder air returns around next Thursday. That's it for now for the SIweather.com. I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.